We're on. Welcome. Hi, everybody. Hope you're all well today, and trust you had a great weekend. Welcome to the using your Android class. So glad you're here. We have an interesting topic today. We're going to be using the virtual assistant on your phone called Google Assistant. Now, most of you probably have heard of other virtual assistants. You've heard of Siri on the Apple devices, all the commercials. Hey Siri, hush, don't talk. I'm not talking to you. Hush. Can't say those words. And you've heard of Alexa for Amazon. You've seen those. Some of you may even have that one, or you may have the Google Home device. But we're confining our discussion to just what's on the smartphone, not the home devices. So let's bring this microphone closer. Okay, so now let's talk about a little bit what it actually is. Okay, now Google refers to it as a virtual helper that allows you to get stuff done faster. Instead of performing tasks manually by tapping your finger on the screen a gazillion times, as we do with our phones, you can get the job done by just using voice commands. And it's very well integrated with Android. So you can use it to open apps, send messages, make calls, play a specific song on whatever music streaming service that you're using, check the weather, and many other things without touching your phone. As I said, it's not only available on phones, but we're not going to talk about the Echo Dot and the Google this and all of that. We're staying with the phones. Okay. Now, to use it on your Android phone, you first have to turn it on, it's not really hard to do. We're going to show you that, and we'll go through the steps of how to turn it on. There's a couple of ways to do it. Now, first thing you want to do though, your phone should have it built in. However, in case that it does, if your phone's a little older and you have an older version of Android, then you just go to the Play Store, the triangle on your phone, on your home screen, tap into that, and tap on apps, and then tap into search, and type Google Assistant, and then you tap install. Right? We've been through this many times, so I really don't need to think I have to, show you that. But yeah, that's what you do. Okay. And we want to move on. So let's go ahead and look. We're going to look at a couple of brief videos that introduce it, what it does and what it can do, and then we'll have another video where there's some more tips and tricks, and then I'm going to actually go through with my phone and do some of this stuff live for you. Okay, so let's go to the first video.
Hey Google, how many ounces in a cup?
Hey Google, tell me a joke.
Hey Google, when's my next meeting?
Meet the Google Assistant, your all-in-one DJ, organizer, sous chef, navigator, researcher, remote control, and how did I function without it, personal Google, that you control with just your voice. On your Google Assistant enabled speakers, just start with Hey Google or OK Google to make Google do it while you get ready in the morning. Control over 2,000 smart home devices, quickly get answers, and get things done. And with the Google Assistant on your phone, on Wear OS by Google, and on Android Auto in your car, you can get traffic and travel information and listen to your favorite music and podcasts on the go. And when the family is hanging out for the evening, the Google Assistant lets you control the fun. Watch shows, movies, and YouTube videos from your favorite streaming services with Android TV or while connected to your Chromecast. Play games, get answers, hear jokes, and have a blast.
Hey Google, play my dance party playlist.
The Google Assistant is always there to help you with virtually anything, except maybe your dance moves. For more information, click here for the Google Assistant Help Center article.
All right, so that was a quick overview of what the Google Assistant is and what some of the things it can do. This next video is going to go into a little more explanation of how it is with you. You can use it wherever you are, when and wherever you are, and it's you'll see it's pretty interesting.
Meet your Google Assistant. It's your own personal Google, available on nearly 1 billion devices. Whether you're at home, on the go, or in the car, your assistant is always ready to help, giving you more time to enjoy the people and moments that matter most. The Robinsons here, for example, lead busy lives. At home, getting ready in the morning can be chaotic. The Google Assistant helps them start the day by getting more done in a shorter amount of time.
Hey Google, good morning.
Good morning, Sarah. The time is 7 a.m. Right now in San Francisco, it's 70 degrees with a high of 75 and a low of 63. Have a nice day.
Hey Google, what's the traffic like to work?
On your way to work, traffic is moderate as usual. It is 15 minutes by car. I've sent the directions to your phone.
Hey Google, turn off the lights and lock the door.
Okay, turning off 5 lights and locking the door.
Next, meet Lena, a college student who's always running from one thing to the next. The Google Assistant is her helpful companion on the go.
Hey Google, listen to my focus playlist. Hey Google, remind me to do laundry when I get home.
Sure, I'll remind you when you get home.
Hey Google, text Mom, I'm heading into my final. Wish me luck.
Mason here has a long commute and spends lots of time in the car. The Google Assistant helps him stay connected and get things done hands-free.
Hey Google, what's on my agenda today?
Today, at 9:30 a.m., you have team meeting.
Hey Google, navigate to the closest gas station.
Fuel station, alright. You should reach your destination by 9:05 a.m.
Hey Google, text Mary, save me a donut. I have to stop for gas.
Here's your text to Mary. Save me a donut. I have to stop for gas. Send it or change it.
Send.
Finally, meet David and Laura. After a long day of work, they're ready for a relaxing evening at home. With the Google Assistant, unwinding has never been easier.
Hey Google, show me a recipe for baked salmon.
Okay, here are some recipes.
Hey Google, show me romantic movies.
Hey Google, good night.
Good night, Laura.
Okay, so that was pretty interesting. You see how comprehensive it is. I mean, it works in the home and in the car and on the go. Now, if you don't have to have that particular device, built into your car or the home device, the Google Home. The phone is with you everywhere you go, so it functions as one thing for everywhere. Okay. Now, in the car, of course, you want to not be driving while you're looking at it. You put it on the holster, and then you just talk, and then it interacts. You should not be looking at the phone, you wouldn't do that, would you? So, of course not. Now, next we're going to look at how it handles music playback, and it's pretty interesting. It takes your hands away. You use all your voice commands. It works with any of the streaming services that you have, and that's paid ones as well as the free ones. So let's check it out.
Hey Google, play some punk rock on Spotify.
Okay, Google, play the latest episode of NPR's Hidden Brain.
This is Hidden Brain. I'm Shankar Vedantam.
Hey Google, play my focus playlist.
With the Google Assistant, it's easier than ever to add a soundtrack to your life. To set up your favorite music streaming service, just open the Google Assistant app, tap the blue button, then More, and then Settings. Finally, scroll down and tap Music. Link your preferred account by signing in, and all your playlists are ready at your command. Your Google Assistant can play your favorite radio stations and podcasts, create playlists by artist or song, genre, or even your mood. It can also tell you about a song and make personalized recommendations. Hey Google, play some party music. By starting with Hey Google or OK Google on your speakers, you can pause, skip to the next song, continue playing, and turn it up. With the Google Assistant on all these devices, you can listen to your music anywhere and control it with just your voice.
Hey Google, stop the music.
To learn more about playing music with your Google Assistant, click here for the Google Assistant Help Center article.
So I hope you found that as interesting and informative as I did. So now we are on to the actual demos, except it's going to be a little different. I'm going to have another video. I know this is a bit of videos today, but there's a purpose for this. And this is going to show you the first half of the demos is going to be another film on another video that covers some unusual things you can do with Google Assistant. And after about maybe 3.5 minutes of that, I'll come back and I'll introduce the introduce the demo that I'll be doing on my actual phone right in front of you. So check it out.
We're going to start off with the absolute basics and take a look at the Assistant settings, since some of you have mentioned that you have difficulty getting to the Assistant settings menu. One way to get there is to hold down the Home button, or you could say the command OK Google, and this will get you to the Assistant screen as well. For the remainder of this video, I won't be using that command anymore. From here, you'll see a blue drawer icon, so tap on that. It will take you to this Explore tab, where it will give you several options for commands that you can use with the Assistant. The next tab over is Your Stuff, which will show you reminders, your calendar, shopping list, and other stuff. Then to the right of that, tap the hamburger menu, then select Settings. There are plenty of settings here you can mess with, from your personal information, all the way down to services, including home control and news. And they're all self-explanatory, so there's no need for me to go over these with you. So let's move on. For these commands I show you, I'll give you a brief description, then say the command, and then we'll listen to the Assistant's response. Feel free to pause this video at any time to try these out on your own. This first one's called the Daily Briefing. Depending on your settings, this one will give you your weather, calendar, traffic, and even news. The command is Good Morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Chief. I hope your day is off to a good start. The time is 9:44 a.m. Currently in Ponchatoula it's 82 and partly cloudy. Today, there will be scattered thunderstorms with a forecasted high of 87 and a low of 73. Have a great day. Here's the latest news.
If you have a terrible memory like me, the Assistant can create a shopping list. The command is Create a Shopping List. Create a shopping list.
What do you want to add?
Mayonnaise and mustard.
Okay, I've added mayonnaise and mustard to your shopping list.
If you want to take a look at your shopping list later on, just say, Show me my shopping list. Show me my shopping list.
Here you go.
It will then take you to an online version of your list. In the daily briefing mentioned earlier, the news was part of that briefing. If you only want to hear the news from your favorite sources, say, Tell me the news. Tell me the news.
Here's the latest news.
Here's a fun one. You all are familiar with the I'm feeling lucky button in Google search. If you say I'm feeling lucky to the Assistant, it all gets a little strange. I'm feeling lucky.
Game show time. Okay. I'm going to psyche myself up now. Stay calm. Sorry, not you. I'm talking to myself.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to Are You Feeling Lucky? Prepare to enter the chamber of random trivia questions. On top of being your Google Assistant, I'm the host of this silly show. How many people do we have?
I don't want to spoil the rest of this for you, so I'll leave the rest of this craziness for you to watch on your own. If you travel to a foreign country and you don't speak their native language, this one is useful for real-life translations. Here's an example. Good morning in Spanish.
Buenos días.
Good morning in French.
Bonjour.
To ask the assistant to play some music, you could say, play some music, or to be more specific, you could say, listen to, and the artist name. Listen to Metallica.
All right.
If you want the assistant to refer to you with a nickname, all you have to do is say, call me, followed by the name. Call me Iron Man.
You'd like me to call you Iron Man. Is that right? Okay, got it.
To have the assistant fetch photos from a particular time, you could say, show me my pictures from, followed by a date. Here's an example. Show me my pictures from August 2013.
I found this in your Google Photos.
If you have people or places labeled in Google Photos, you could actually be more specific and say, show me pictures of my dad, or show me pictures of my mom. And so
some pretty cool stuff in there, hey? I thought so. All right, so now we're going on to my own physical demo. Now, I know that some of you are probably going to ask, wait a minute, why are you actually using the physical phone when last week you showed us you were so excited about your ability to mirror your phone on the computer screen, and I had to monkey around and mess with the phone and tripods and all. Yes, totally. But what happened was I was planning this class actually a few weeks ago, and then I changed my mind. So I was recording some demos the old way, and I had already done this one, so I'm not going to redo it. So it came out okay. You know, you don't really see the leg of the tripod or anything like that. It looks decent. So hey, I already did the work. Why not just use it? So here we are. Here's me showing you on the Android phone how to use Google Assistant. Okay, so we've seen the demos. Let's go ahead and try it on the actual phone here. All right. Now there are two ways to invoke the Google Assistant. One is to just say, "Hey Google," and how much is $5 in euros?
$5 equals €4.21.
Not bad. Okay. But there's so many things you can do. Now I'm going to close it because the other way is to use your finger press to open them. You may not want to actually say the words, hey, you know what, because it draws attention and it's obvious what you're doing. So maybe you just want to just use your finger away. If I just press and hold on that home button, it comes up. All right. Now some of you have a physical home button, a round button or an oval button on the bottom of your phone. Others you have like this, you have a screen button, this little white chiclet here, okay? And I press on that. What time is it in Paraguay?
The time in Paraguay is 3:02 p.m.
Okay, so they're in the same time zone as us. Look at that. Okay, so there's all kinds of things that you can do with this that you wouldn't have even thought of. You could ask it, how do I make zucchini squash? Oh, I gotta press the button. Okay, why does it keep moving? Stay still. Hold still. Okay, I'll press the button. How do I make zucchini squash?
Here are some recipes I found.
And it gives you some answers. Not bad. I had no intention of making that though. All right. And here's some fun stuff. Okay. Hey Google, flip a coin.
You got heads.
Haha. Hey, you could try that if you don't have a quarter in your pocket, right? Okay. Let's see. You could ask it. Alrighty. You could tell it to turn up the volume if you're playing something or watching a video. You could tell it to set an alarm. You could tell it multiply. Hey Google, what's 14 times 5?
The answer is 70.
I knew that. You could tell it to remind you of your password. You could tell it where you put something. You could say, okay Google, remember that my keys are in the top left drawer.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Now how do you use that? Okay Google, where are my keys? Hey Google, where are my keys?
I remember you told me.
And it shows me right there. Okay. So, wow. You know, that's something that is really, 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 and it's the kind of thing you really have to get used to. Okay. You could tell it to wake you up. You could tell it to tell you to go to bed. You could tell it to share with other people. Oh, here we go. Hey Google, give me a quote.
Morris West said, "If you spend your whole life waiting for the storm, you'll never enjoy the sunshine."
All right. That's pretty nice. Hey Google, how many calories are in McDonald's French fries? What do I have to say? Hey Google, how many calories are in McDonald's French fries?
378 calories in one medium serving.
Hey Google, how tall is Joe Biden?
Joe Biden is 6 feet tall.
So, you know, it's almost like you don't even need an encyclopedia anymore, because it kind of does all this stuff for you. And if you have to say something to somebody in another language, say you're traveling, hey Google, say, where is the bathroom in German?
In German, you would say, "Wo ist die Toilette?"
Well, everybody has toilet. That's good to know as well. Okay, that's useful. Okay, let's say you're in another town, and you'll say, "Hey Google, what are the best restaurants in Beacon, New York?"
I found a few top-rated the best restaurants near Beacon.
And it'll show you here on the map, and then you scroll down, and it tells you the 3 best there. Rated by, I guess, by Zagat, or maybe they're rated by Yelp, whatever they're using. Okay. Let's see. Hey Google, tell me the top news headline.
Here's the latest news update. Your news update will have fresh stories picked just for you every time you ask to play the news. First up, today's top headlines. This is ABC News.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The coronavirus outbreak keeping its grip on the country with...
Okay, is there anything else besides that as the top news? I guess not these days. Alrighty. Now, you may want to, I have this British kind of voice on here. You may want a different voice for your Google Assistant, and you can do that. It's a little hard to see, isn't it? You can go, I'm trying to adjust this. I really have a difficult setup here, and I had to buy a whole new device for, they gave me something from the union, which is very nice, but this is not what I need at all. And it's my fault for not realizing what I need, so I'm gonna buy another one. I'm gonna go into settings. Oh, let's try this. Hey Google, open voice settings.
If you want to change my voice, tap Assistant Voice below. If you want to retrain me to respond to your voice, tap Assistant Settings below, then tap Voice Model, then retrain Voice Model.
Okay, let me tap Assistant Voice. Oh, see, I could have just asked. Look at that. All right. And it's using Sydney Harbor Blue. Well, let's try this one here.
Here are the voices you can pick for your Google Assistant. If you like this voice and want me to keep using it, just stop here.
Here are the voices you can pick for your Google Assistant. If you like this voice and want me to keep using it,
just stop here. Here are the voices you can pick for your Google Assistant. If you like this voice and want me to keep using it, just stop here.
Here are the voices you can pick for your Google Assistant. If you like this voice and want me to keep using it, just
stop here. Here are the voices you can pick for your Google Assistant. If you like this voice and want me to keep using it, just stop here.
As you see, that's how it's done. So now you've done it, and now you can go back and out of it. And, oh no, we are in it. You tap the arrow to go back. Okay, let's see how it works. Hey Google, tell me a joke.
How do you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie in it.
Oh, that's nasty. But you see, that is how it works. So you can change the voice, you can ask it all kinds of things. It's the kind of, we're not used to using something like this. I mean, the kids are, but we're not used to really letting this thing, it's like having your own butler, an encyclopedia, walking all around you. Oh, encyclopedia. Yes. How about that? Yes. Hey Google, how do you spell equestrian?
Equestrian is spelled E-Q-U-E-S-T-R-I-A-N.
Look at that. How about that? Hey Google, how many miles is it from New York to San Francisco?
New York is 3,369 miles away from San Francisco by mass transit.
By mass transit. Says it'll take you 3 days on the train. Wow. That's a long way. Okay. Or maybe, I guess if you fly, of course, it's like, who's going to ride on a train? You could. You could. You could tell it to do reminders. You could tell it to ask, hey Google, check prices for a flight from New York to San Francisco next Friday.
These came back from a search.
Let me show you that here. On here. All right. From $55. What does that mean? How is that even possible? How clever. I don't know what they mean. $587. It's best to get 2 weeks in advance anyway. But again, there's all kinds of stuff you can do with this. You just have to get used to saying it. And we've already heard about the music and all of that, and calendar events and all of that. But you have to go. There's a page. If you go on Google on your computer or phone, and just in the search type in Google Assistant commands, you'll have over 100 of them. They'll show you what you can do. So, I mean, it's not going to do silly things. Hey Google, will you be my girlfriend?
If you're asking if I'm committed to you, the answer is absolutely.
How cute. How funny is that? Yes. Well, that's fun with the assistant. Okay, everybody. So, we've covered a lot of stuff here. What Google Assistant is, and how to set it up, all the different things you can do with it, and all the little fun things and tricky things you can play with it or have fun with it, and also some serious things that help you get stuff done. So, and that's right there on your phone. I encourage you to check it out and take a look at it for yourself. I hope you found this really useful and will make a difference for you as you enjoy using your amazing Android smartphone. And that's pretty much all we have for today. Yeah, that's all we have for today. I'm going to let you go here and get ready for the iPhone iPad class in the afternoon. We'll be back here next week, though, with some more cool stuff. And until then, I hope you stay happy, healthy, and safe, and have a great day. This is Victor Carr, signing off.